To begin with this today's webinar, I'm going to request you to be with me, to be participative, and make the most of today's webinar. All right. Now, give me 5 seconds before I start. We are going to be sharing a group link where we will be chatting further, where I will be taking your answers, where I'll be taking your questions, and there will be a time for interaction for all of us. And as we begin, right now I'm muting everyone so that everyone is able to enjoy this little presentation that I've made for all of you. And today we are going to be learning a lot of secrets to achieve weight reduction through spiritual methods. Now, how many of you, when you heard this for the first time, did not believe it, that it can be achieved? Okay, use our WhatsApp group to please send in your answers. How many of you did not believe that this can be achieved? And how many of you believed? So you can write did not believe or believe. We'll be conducting all the conversations on Yana's Healing Studio, sending you all a link where we can have this conversation. And I'm opening up the group for everyone to participate. All right, my very first question is how many of you believe that this can happen with spiritual practices, and how many of you never thought that this can be achieved or done? What I'm talking about, or what I'm precisely going to talk about today, is reducing 2 inches of belly fat, very categorically 2 inches of belly fat within 2 to 4 weeks of time. Before I say anything, I would like you all to know that on an average, people who attended my call reduced 2 inches of belly fat on an average within 2 weeks' time. That means from size L to size M, from size XL to size L, basically sizing down one size in just 2 weeks' time. Isn't that amazing? Right? Isn't that amazing? Those of you who would want to learn the secrets, those of you who would want to start taking steps towards reducing 2 inches in 2 to 4 weeks' time, please send me your yes, please send me your cheers on the group, and we begin.
I'm sorry, but maybe you are not audible.
Thank you so much for drawing my attention. So I'm saying that according to Indian Journal of Community recently found that 135 million people are obese. The percent of overweight women has increased. In addition to the fact, there are multiple other diseases people have received, like 44% of diabetes burden, 23 heart diseases, and between 7 to 44 sorry, 41% of cancer burden. Now, these are likely chances, but today we are going to be talking about lighter things and brighter things to avoid these kind of mess coming into life. So let's move to the next slide, and I'm going to be sharing some of the easiest and most powerful techniques, some secret keys that will help you begin reducing belly fat. Now, when I say belly fat, I'm not limiting to only belly fat. We will be working on areas like thighs, arms, and overall fat reduction. While I will not ask you to do any kind of gymming, any kind of extensive diet, I'm not going to offer you any kind of supplements. Doesn't it sound amazing? Right. So today we are going to be talking about all of this. Let's move to the next slide. I'm also going to be including in this the most expensive mistakes people do to avoid belly fat reduction, or most expensive mistakes people make while reducing their belly, while reducing their hips. And these kind of mistakes we can avoid right from the very beginning. Let's move to the next. I'm going to today help you make shifts in beliefs of diets, in belief of exercises, and a lot more. All right. I'm going to also introduce you all to one of the fastest and most powerful technique to heal belly fat reduction that helped me achieve lose my fat, that helped many other women reduce their fat. So first of all, in the last few months, more than 6 to 8 months, I've worked as a belly fat reduction expert who empowers people gain confidence by losing belly fat in just 2 weeks' time. And my work in this area has been phenomenal. I've been a pioneer of dragon healing in India. On an average, every month I help more than 100 women come to their personal power. Till now, I've helped more than 10,000 people fight their particular conditions and come back powerful. I've empowered more than 5,000 healers get an upgrade, and I've helped more than 300 women receive quick and swift results to heal their belly fat, quick and swift results to heal conditions like insomnia, anxiety, depression, and fat reduction. Now let's move ahead. Now, this is my story. My fat reduction journey began with my story. Can you believe this is me? This is my picture. A few months back, a couple of years back, where I had gained a lot of weight, not only on my tummy, on my hips, on my thighs, overall, on my face. With the beginning of COVID, and I was going through a sedentary lifestyle, I started gaining a lot of weight. And being a healer, the very first solution that started coming to my mind was to heal this with healing energies. And that was also the time when I was receiving a lot of insights and spiritual insights and progress into my healing and spiritual journey, which I utilized. And today, if you can just take a peek at my window, you will see that the weight from my face is gone, weight from my arms, my overall physical self is gone. And that started happening. The journey, when I started mapping, it started happening with me within 1 week's time. So today I'm going to share some of the secrets you can apply in your everyday life. And some of them, if you would want to take up and learn ahead in your life, you can do that. Before that, let us take a look at a few other stories. This is Biju's story, who lost 4 inches belly fat in just 4 weeks' time. In a month's time, she reduced 2 sizes. And by the end of 1 month, she started missing on the kind of work we were doing. She's still continuing, And this has been a phenomenal experience for her. Let's move to Chandrika ji. She had tried a lot of things, all the way from equipments, all the way from other tools, diet, everything. But diet, she could not sustain it for very long. But this particular program that I'm going to talk about helped her reduce her belly fat within just 2 weeks' time. It was a miracle for her. Let's talk about Nayaji. She wasn't sure whether healing energies can undo belly fat. She also had cravings of pizzas and pasta and all the junk food. But as soon as we started working, not only did she undo the cravings for which she had, the emotional eating habits, she was able to lose fat very, very quickly. This is also the story of, next please, Zankhana, who is a believer of yoga, who has been practicing yoga for a very long time. But did you know that fat may not be only related with exercises? It is collected in our body due to emotional reasons also. So while a lot of things did not work for her, she, when took up this program, could see amazing results. She was fitting into her older clothes, and she has seen a reduction like never before. This is also a story of Dr. Radha, where she had taken her reports of hormones and many other things while she took up this program in 3 months program. Towards the end, she also did her checks once again on her hormones and many other things. Not only did she find her hormones to be balanced, everything else that was haywire was balanced. She reduced her belly fat. So this is not only about belly fat reduction, this is about achieving a lot more. So more than 85% of people who attend and follow this program lose inches within 2 weeks' time. Let us go ahead and dive straight and deep into how this program helps you. It heals hormonal imbalances, it heals conditions like PCOS, stubborn conditions of emotional eating while doing fat reduction. Now, all these are observed in so many people who have taken up this program. People feel more energetic and find astonishing results. So, I'm not going to ask you that to reduce fat, you need a very terrible boss who keeps making you run around. I'm not going to ask you to go hit the gym. I'm not going to ask you to do extensive diet. Let's see what I'm coming up with. The most expensive mistakes that people do now, these are the, the kind of people who've come to me after trying so many things. Behind the diets that made them starve, that made them emotionally deprived, they spent about 15,000. Investment in belt or machine and tools, they spent from over 5,000 to 15,000, to surgeries that costed them 1.5 lakh rupees, to liposuctions and in-center therapy treatments. They spent around 15,000 to 1 lakh 25,000, and for their weight training and personal trainers they spent around 25,000. And after that, when they did not find a result, they came to me saying, Siddhii, is there anything spirituality will help me? Because after doing everything, they were back to square one with a lifetime of guilt that I've done this to me, I've done this surgery. Now, some part of me is gone. What do I do? So before anyone jumps into these kind of suggestions or these kind of actions, I tell them to take a pause, try something beautiful out, and uncomplicate the whole process. Right. So this journey is empowering your fitness by reduction of fat. Now, did you guys know that it is not about reducing weight, but it is about taking up a healthier lifestyle. A right way to fat reduction is not through finding what is my weight. Am I 10 kilos overweight? Right? So we are going to undo some crazy belief patterns on fat reduction right now. Those of you who are ready, please join the group and say a big yes. So I will start taking you through some of the astonishing and most important discoveries on our fat reduction journey. We will be sharing the group link once again for those of you who've not yet joined the group. All right. Thank you so much. Now let's move on to the next. Okay. The most, according to me, the most useless thing or intention to have on this journey is to lose weight. Why am I saying that? Let us decipher that as we move along. How many of you actually feel you're overweight? 5 kilos, 10 kilos. If there's any figure to this, can you put it in the group that I'm overweight by 5 kilos? I'm overweight by 2 kilos, 3 kilos. What you should actually lose instead of weight is stress, ignorance about health and fitness, and your cravings. And your cravings. Do you guys know? Do you guys know what is weight? Weight of your body. Your weight is only an indicator of your body's mass. Your bones, your muscles, your fat, your water, in relationship with the Earth's gravity actually is all about weight. So, if I am a certain physical body and I'm walking the earth, I'm on earth, due to the gravity, there's certain weight that is calculated that defines whether this weight is perfect for me. Or that basically generalizes the idea of what is the weight of this human body. It may or may not be my ideal weight. Maybe 2 extra kilos, then the generic identification could be my ideal weight. So, understanding of if this is your height and this should be your weight is not always the right way to understand whether you are overweight or you are not overweight. Your weight is only in relationship. Your weight is only your body's mass in relationship with Earth gravity, which includes your muscles, your bones, your fat, water, all of that inside of your organic matter. Now let's move to the next as we try to understand. So there are 6 fitness indicators. So what I'm trying to say here is your right fitness decides how energetic you are or you're not. Okay, and these are the 6 ways you're going to understand whether you are in your full fitness. Number 1 is how much of sugar cravings do you feel after you have your meal or your dinners. If you have sugar cravings, you need to do something about it. You may not be at your perfect fitness. So this is a journey of moving from ideal weight to ideal fitness. All right. How energetic do you feel during the entire day? If you think you're energetic, even towards the end of the day, you do not feel drained, you may be at your ideal weight. But if you feel drained towards the evening, you are not at your ideal fitness. After eating or during the day, if you feel acidity, bloating, constipation, you may not be at your ideal fitness. If the quality of your sleep is not good, you're not sleeping on time, you're having disturbed sleep, your fitness may not be ideal. And one more way to understand for women is you are having pain-free periods. If you are having pain-free periods, you are fit. But if during your period, if you're facing any kind of issues, you may not be at your ideal weight or ideal fitness. So, for how many of you, you got an insight into what you're going through and you are or you are not into your ideal fitness zone? If you're not into your ideal fitness zone, please say me in the group. All right, let's move to the next slide. So let us undo a lot of learnings we received from the marketing of this more than $100 billion industry. What all do we refer to when we are talking about fat reduction? Do we refer to some kind of apps? Do we take in some pills, powders, programs, diet, gyms, and more? The first thing that I see a lot of my friends doing when it comes to fat reduction is go to Instagram and check out which is the ideal food. And they come back to me saying, hey, Siddhii, let's have kale. But kale is not an Indian food. I would say, why not have palak? Right? Someone will come back to me saying, Siddhii, hey, let's try this powder. But I feel you don't need processed supplements to walk your fat reduction journey. So what should you be doing? Well, a lot of famous and top nutritionists today say that the ideal food for you is something that grows around you, that is local, that is something your body has accepted traditionally, and something that you have a liking for. However, if you are someone who's going through that emotional time and having emotional cravings, and you're adding extra sugar or extra crispiness and extra oil to your food, that is something that you need to look at. You must look at the eating timings that you're following. Those have to be very ideal. And some of them suggest that you should have your lunch around 11 to 1. You should finish your dinner around 6 to 7. Your evening snacking around 3 to 4. And morning breakfast in an hour after you wake up. Now, these are the kind of things they are opening us to understand. And we are going back to what our grandmamas used to say. Right? What did our grandmamas used to say? That you should eat a certain food during a certain time. Like, I'll give you a very basic example. When do we eat jowar and when do we eat bajra? Any clue? The seasons. When do we eat jowar and when do we eat bajra? These are two different grains.
In winter, winter time,
In winter, what do we eat?
ज्वार बाजरा ना रोटला.
No, in winter we eat bajra. In summers we eat
Jowar.
ज्वारी.
correct. But today in multigrain is a multigrain market. What do we get? We get all of them together. You have jawar and bajra together. There's no definition of what you are going to be eating in winter, what you're going to be eating in summer. However, traditionally, what did we do? We ate two things separately. So I'm not a nutritionist, but I've studied what they are saying in a nutshell. And what most of them have to say is follow traditionally what you've been following. And how beautiful is that? Your genetic system, your traditional system is designed to accept a certain kind of food. So we will continue having that. And how beautiful and wonderful is that? Let's move to the next slide, as I'm going to tell you something very, very important. Do you know that to understand what I really need to eat, how much do I eat, we need to listen to our belly. Have you ever come across a kid or a child who will suck extra milk out of her mom's breast? Ever happen? No. When we feed small kids and we are putting one bite in their mouth, they cannot speak. But when they feel that their belly is full, what do? They spit it out. They don't eat extra. Why? It is because they are connected with their bellies. It is because they know it is time for me to stop. They know it is time for me to be just enjoying my time otherwise. So they stop. But what do we do when we are eating? We are watching TV, we are with our mobile phone, not listening to our belly. How much more do I eat? There are times we just eat because we want to, because we have to, but we don't feel like. Well, what will happen if you just lighten up your meal one day because your stomach is asking you to do that? What will happen if one fine day you just give yourself a reward treat? All these are beautiful things that we can do for ourselves. Now let's move to some more interesting stuff. Right now, may I get to see all of you on screen? And we are going to be learning whether we are overweight or not overweight, not by using any kind of scales. So I want you to stand up wherever you are and go on standing for a while. Now, the remaining part, you're going to listen to me as you're standing, all right? And I'm sorry to make you all stand, but one of the ways to identify whether we are completely fit is by standing on our feet and checking out for how long can we do it. If after a minute or two we feel, oh, my feet are hurting, oh, I need to sit, I'm feeling tired, oh, I just feel like sitting, we are not at our ideal fitness. And to join a journey of fat reduction, we need to bring our ideal fitness first. Does it sound like doable? Does it sound like a good plan to go about when we go through our fat reduction journey? So those of you who are already feeling like I should sit, please raise your hands. And those of you who can stand, I would want you to take this test thoroughly today. Stand and observe for how minutes can you stand. Another way of observing is one day, just start walking up the stairs. And how many stories can you climb in one go? You'll simply get an idea as to how much can you go with your physical self. How soon are you getting tired? How soon are you able to take in? How soon are you just becoming fidgety? You're moving about when you're standing. Right? Awesome. I see some of you already sitting now. All right. Those of you who would like to continue taking this, please stand and observe for how many times you all are standing. In the meantime, I will continue with the presentation as we bring it on the screen. So again, I'm reminding all of you, the journey of fat reduction does not start from ideal weight. There's nothing called as ideal weight, ideal boss, an ideal husband. Do we agree? However, there is ideal fitness. Now let's move to the next.
Continue standing or we can sit.
You can sit. Now, to bring our fat reduction in action, I'm going to talk about a few good habits, few good spiritual exercises. I'm going to be sharing with you now. Can I receive a few yeses in the group to begin sharing these? Come, let's start seeing this. As I said, the very first thing to do is, for now, shift your focus from weight reduction to health multiplication. By this, I mean, don't say I'm 25 kgs overweight. Don't say I'm 10 kgs overweight. You may be. And while I support you in this, but I want you to also understand what you need to do. We are going to look at three important aspects, one of which I've already addressed, which is diet. Second, I'm going to address is exercise. And third, I'm going to address our spiritual tasks. So let's move forward. While we are going to be working with understanding of what kind of diet we have, I'm not going to give you a diet plan. I'm not a nutritionist, but I'm going to give you certain things that are going to lift you up spiritually, lift your diet up spiritually, and break the cycle of weight gain, right? We will learn a few spiritual exercises which will help us steadily sustain our fat reduction. Let's move to next. So first of all, let's understand what we today call is weight gain or fat in our body. We get it because of genetics, because of sedentary lifestyle, because of emotional eating, stress eating. Are there any people here who are today emotionally eating? Just say me in the group. Any kind of sleeping disorders, you heard me right. Any kind of sleeping disorders also get you to gain fat in your body. Your body needs cushioning, it needs comfort, and it starts adding weight. The same way, the body sometimes starts retaining water in the body. Can we go up the slide, please? Any kind of digestive issues. So if the immunity is weak, we do feel, or the body feels, that we are overeating or we are not eating in a correct way, can move to collecting fat in your body. And low metabolism is also one of the reasons our bodies collect fat. Let's move to the next. Now, diet for a lot of people could be fad, fashion, because that's what is happening everywhere, or sometimes can shock your body because suddenly you are moving into a system your body is not used to. So it can shock your body a lot of times, but we are going to make it interesting for all of you. Let's move to the next slide. As I said, we will eat right and we will get fit. So what kind of food is ideal for us according to the best nutritionists? It is something we get in 100 kilometers radius. It is something what our body traditionally accepts. Drinking healthy amount of water, like 3 liters a day. If you're advised by your doctors that you're not supposed to be drinking a lot of water, this is not for you. But otherwise, drinking healthy amount of liquid and water in the day is also very, very ideal. And let's move to the next slide. Sleeping on time is also very important. So all we need to eat is local, seasonal, and traditional, recognizable food. Do not depend on Instagram or social media food simply because it may not be ideal for the place where you are residing. So for diet, we are going to follow the principle of D. That means Dadima. That means our grandma's diet principles. Traditionally, whatever our bodies have accepted as per the season, this is the food I need to have, we will follow that. Let us move to the, so I'm not going to ask you to leave anything apart from extra sugar or extra oil you think you're taking. And those of you who feel you're having extra portions, well, there are ways you can reduce your cravings. Apart from that, there are 3 exercises, okay, that help you very quickly cover up your fat reduction journey. One is 20 minutes of walk. Now, this could be brisk walk. If you can't brisk walk, just walk normally. In bursts of stretching and stamina exercises, even if you do them from 5 minutes or 1 minute a bursts, it will help you reduce your fat faster. Please remember, you're not to be doing these exercises after you have your meal. You can do it on empty stomach. And the very third exercises is the most easy exercise. It's the easiest to do is sleep on time. If there's anyone who's not able to sleep on time, you can use something like lavender oil. You can diffuse it. You can also diffuse agarwood oil so that it helps you sleep on time. Weight or fat is like an energy you've stored in your body. How many of you believe that it is an energy we have stored in our body? Just say me in the group. It is a choice the body made, like we retain water. Retaining weight and retaining fat is a choice our body has made. So we are going to be learning about a few spiritual exercises that are going to help us reduce these things. In the meantime, I will just request my colleague and partner here to just go slow with the slide changing. I will tell you when it needs to be changed. All right. And now we can move to the next slide though. Now, the very first is deep breathing. And can we just stop sharing the screen for a while? I want to explain this to everyone. Guys, when we deep breathe, what is it that is exactly happening? There are multiple things that happen when you start deep breathing, which our breathing, according to yogic sciences, is connected with our kurma nadi. It helps our physical body connect with the astral body. But at the same time, when we are deep breathing and when our breathing is moving right till the belly, the first thing that happens, it starts burning the muscles, the fat, and starts building the muscles of your body around your tummy. So even if you were watching TV or you're watching this right now and you start deep breathing, you're burning your fat faster. The second very important exercise that I'm going to tell you right now is standing up and doing something versus sitting and doing something. So if there was something you can stand and do versus sit and do, you're likely to burn more fat. Simply because for your blood circulation, your body needs to work more. Isn't this simplest? So when your body needs to work more, it burns more fat. Simple as that. Now I'm going to show you 2 more exercises that help you burn your fat faster. However, before I give you these exercises, please understand that these are warmth or heat generating exercises. Number one. Number two, you're not to do these when you have had your food, and right after your food, you're doing it. You should leave a gap of at least 1 hour. Number three is when you're doing these exercises, you are going to drink a lot of water or consume a lot of cooling products as well. If you think you have issues with heat. So cooling products such as buttermilk, yogurt, stuff like that. However, in the cold season, this may not have an issue. And one last is you will not do this for more than 5 to 7 minutes. So I'm going to show you the very first and easiest of mudras is Surya Mudra, where you fold your ring finger, the third finger, press your thumb on top and place it facing up, both your hands, and sit. So even if you were to do this right now, you will begin the process of fat reduction. Surya Mudra, like the name suggests, sun is power, is heat, starts burning fat inside of you. All right. Now, second mudra is Linga Mudra, where you entwine your fingers, left thumb is standing, and with right hand, first finger and the thumb, get them together and press them against the left thumb is Linga Mudra. This also generates a lot of heat for you. So while doing these mudras, please drink a lot of water. You can opt for any one of the mudras. And these are $1,000,000 exercises. Even if you did these, you will start walking this path swiftly, beautifully. Now, one more and the easiest and the simplest exercise that I'm going to give you today is sitting up straight. A lot of times we slouch and sit, but when we are sitting up straight, we naturally boost our immunity and metabolism. And what happens when our metabolism increases? Any clue what happens when our metabolism increases? Anyone can unmute yourself.
Yes,
And
fat burns.
Fat burns. Yeah.
fat burns. Yes, when our metabolism is greater, higher, our fat starts melting, it starts reducing, it starts burning away. Now let's move back very quickly to our presentation. Next, please. This I shared. And see, this is how we need to sit, not slouching in front of your computer system, but straight. So when you're watching your TV, when you're working with your phone, or doing something, bring them to a certain height so that you're always sitting straight. And this is not only an advice of someone like me who will give you this advice for your fat reduction, but your physiotherapist for your postures and your shoulder pain will also give you this advice so that you're always healthy. Let's move to the next. Now, those of you who have been suffering from emotional eating and cravings, you can diffuse grapefruit oil or wear sandalwood oil or drink a glass of water before your meals. These are 3 exercises that will help you reduce your cravings drastically. Let's move to the next. Now, let's just go off the screen sharing for a while. And I'm here to take in a few questions if you guys have. And I'm going to allow everyone to unmute or raise your hands, and I will be taking up your questions, or I will simply move forward. And towards the end of the call, I'll remind you, towards the end of the call, I have planned a healing for all of you for the reduction of cravings, for the reduction of fat, and for the reduction of emotional eating needs. Yes, Indajit ji. You'll need to unmute yourself.
Thank you, Siddhi. This presentation was awesome and very touching. It is really motivated me to go ahead with the FAT program again.
Thank you so much.
Yes, I didn't follow earlier the rituals that you asked for, and now I want to do it. I just want to ask you whether these mudras can be done along with the exercise that we do, the yoga exercise, or any kind
Yes.
of breathing exercise.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
sure. So, towards the end or the beginning of your yogic exercises, and I would say towards the end, you can do these mudras. You can pause for 5 minutes in between and do these. Yes. Can you hear me? It looks like you're not able to. Are you all able to hear me? Just nod so I know that you are. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Are you able to hear me in the GG now? Okay, so what I was saying is towards the beginning or the end of your yogic exercises, your yoga, you can do these mudras and you can keep a pause of a few minutes in between. And I would suggest and recommend to do the mudras towards the end.
And does it also reduce your binging, these mudras?
Binge watching or binging?
Binge eating.
No, well, not really. For that, you should work with grapefruit or diffusing of orange oil. I will give you one more secret to reduce binging. Now, those of you who are here, would you like to know one more? Now, this is not my secret. It is something that I studied from nutritionist's talk. Is when you're having your meals, if you add certain kind of chutney, like a peanut chutney or something that gives you a boost, gives your emotions a boost, will help you reduce your cravings. So you can also add a little peanut chutney in your diet.
What do you mean by emotional boost?
It makes you feel emotional high. It helps you feel happy.
Thank you.
So that is sugar only.
Uh, I will call out to people one after the other. Those of you who've raised hands, is that all right for all of you to raise hands and we'll talk? By Ravi.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, hi. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Hi. Just wanted to check this mudras which you have told. Are there any specific timings we need to follow? Because I believe that Surya Mudra can be only done after 11 a.m.
Uh, People have practiced it during early mornings also. However, there are people who are very strict followers of doing certain only at certain time. But there are people who also practice this before they go off to the night. The idea remains that this mudra generates certain kind of heat, and you are coordinating your timings along with that. And when Surya is almost going to its peak, we are doing Surya Mudra to get the best benefits out of it. Right? So same
So
goes with
early
Lingam.
morning is also advisable around 8ish or
You
so.
can do, you're not doing it for
Okay.
more than 5 minutes.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Shall I go next, Siddhi?
Malini, can I also get
Yeah.
to see your face?
Yeah, sure. Just give me 1 second. I'll come on video. Yeah.
Ji.
Okay. So I would like to share my experience here. Once we do the mudras, there has to be a gap of at least 2 hours between the meals and the time when you are doing these mudras.
Right,
Just like we exercise, because the effect on the body is similar to that only.
right,
So first thing is that, and the other thing is that there are certain mudras related to the emotional well-being also. So the binge eating thing happens when your body senses a void and you fill that void with food.
right. That is true. So
So
that's
there
why
are,
this suggestion was made, so that when you start feeling that emotional high, that void starts filling up. Yes.
yeah. So once you are into
So
mudras, it is a very simple way to, for your overall health, not just your belly fat or anything, but
yes,
also
mudras
for your
are
emotional
a
well-being.
very deep science, like Malini or sharing. While everyone's body is capable of receiving it in different way, all of us have very different eating, sleeping habits. Uh, While some people can do mudras after 1 hour of eating, we will also take her advice and do it after 2 hours of eating, so that those of you who are very sensitive, it does not really affect that badly. So thank you so much. Any question that I would answer for you, or this was it?
I
Siddhiji,
would suggest people on this call that Siddhi teaches a very fabulous modality called Dragon Reiki. Please go and learn it from her, and it has certain symbols which will actually help you out in the overall well-being.
Thank you. And also reducing fat. It has a certain symbol that helps you reduce fat. Thank you. I know you're in love with Dragon Reiki so much. Thank you.
Siddhi ma'am, a humble request. If you could just show the mudras once more, please. The Surya Mudra and the Linga Mudra, please.
Yeah, I don't know who's asking that, but I'm going to
हाँ वही
show
है,
them. Yeah.
हाँ
So
वही.
Surya Mudra is when you hold your third fingers and press your thumb a little above them,
Okay.
and both of them facing the the sky. You'll place them like that. Now, may I please ask everyone to do that and show me, so those of
Yeah,
you who I can
yeah,
spot here, I
yeah.
can tell.
That's what Siddhiji, the palm will be facing your side or opposite side like this, or you should keep it like this.
Okay, thank you so much. Most of you are doing it right. Now I'm going to show it again. Okay, I'm going to
This way.
mute everyone. Hang 1 second, Faridaji, I'll show you. This way, and then face it towards the sky and place it on your lap. Place it on your lap and be relaxed. Sit up straight.
Can we do this mudra in a sleeping position?
I love your creative questions. Oh, I've never really tried it, but I guess it should be okay. I usually sit up and do my mudras, and it just takes 5 minutes. But yeah, should be okay. A lot of
And
people, when they are not well, and they do not have a choice, they do their mudras while they are lying down, but they are straight and they are lying down. So coming from that, I would say that it should be okay.
But I will try to make it more effective by walking and doing the mudra then.
All right.
and we should not exceed more than
No,
7 minutes.
actually, you should sit. No, don't exceed, because as I said, these are heat generating mudras.
Okay. Okay. And the
Yes.
second one also we should not exceed. And
No,
we
none
should
of
just
them. None of them.
and one after another must or one
You can
both
wait.
at a time.
You can do any one of them. Where are you?
Acha, anyone.
I'm trying to locate you. However, you can do any one of them in one go. All right.
Okay.
So, and depending on how you would want to next day change into your mudra, change into a second mudra, you can. Or you can choose any one of them only.
I thought both of them
No, good that you asked. It is helping everyone. So, everyone, please note that we are not going to be doing overdo of mudras. However, if you choose to do both of them, in that case, what I suggest is reduce the timing of both mudras.
Okay. And Siddhiji, if somebody has a gastric problem,
Right.
I think there is some mudra to do it after
Surya
eating
Mudra will
food.
help with gastric issues also. It directly connects with your digestive system. However, I'm going to show you one more mudra. Everyone ready to
But that
receive?
also after 2 hours, said, no, after food.
Right.
Uh, but is there any mudra to do it after having a meal? So sometimes
This some
too
people
much
say that you can
acidity
do.
is there, then can help us.
May I? So
Yeah,
this,
yeah.
a lot of people say that you can do it right after your meal because it is connected with gases. However, I would still say that wait for a while and never to have your meal as a full stomach meal. Is your first finger going down, touching the base of your thumb on top of your first finger. This is called Vayu Mudra. Place it like that. And that helps you with your gastric problems.
Again,
Devika?
5 minutes. 5 minutes only. Vayu mudra.
Yes, Vayu Mudra you can do up to 7 to 10 minutes.
After food, after half an hour.
Yes.
Siddhi ma'am, could you
I've,
please show the Linga Mudra, how to do
I,
the Linga
give me 1 minute. I will take her question and I will come back to her because she's been waiting after raising her hand. Yes.
Mudra?
Devika, it looks like you're somewhere in Kashmir or some northern part.
I'm in Himachal, Dharamshala, McLeodganj as always.
Wow.
And I've been
Awesome.
here since May last year, coming and going, but mostly been here. And I'm planning to shift here. There's a lot I'm doing here, but I
Wow.
want to plan. So thank you. My journey started with you. So I just had a question. I have been doing one or two things you had mentioned, but there's two things I've been very drawn to because I'm on the same path. One is peanut butter. I don't know why. I literally have a jar next to me,
Right.
peanuts in any way. And second was this blueberry green tea. Like
Right.
earlier, you'd given me chamomile because you felt I needed chamomile. And now I'm like, really? And I'm still doing the star anise and water. I do
Right.
that with my tea and all. But this, for some reason, I'm not understanding. But it just, both of them just make me feel in a state of, I've had 3 falls. I've always been bedridden in a way. This journey has been a little complicated, but this really lifts me up. There is something in both of them which I don't understand, so I'm turning to you because you know everything. So please, yeah, if there's anything you can share on this.
Yes. So first of all, thank you so much for walking this path. But when it comes to peanut, I would like you to switch to making peanut chutneys, which is powdered chutney otherwise, which is not going to increase weight in any case through buttery means or through anything that is processed. Processed food today has become one of the biggest industries. However, it is not the one that gives us a lot of health benefits in any case. So I would want you to refrain from that and use other forms of peanut. Second is blueberry
Sure.
tea is
Sorry, 1 second. The peanut chutney, maybe it's the chutney because the nuns make it in a nunnery. So switch to something else. Just my question.
your voice was breaking for a while.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes.
The peanut kind of a chutney or whatever I have, I don't know what they call it, peanut butter. The nuns make it in the nunnery. So it doesn't have anything sweet or anything added. It's not the market wala. So is it fine or do I still, and I do have salted peanut, but I also have BP. So I avoid it. So I'm a little confused. So I thought I'll ask you.
Yeah.
Hanji, Haji.
The best way to consume is to crush a few peanuts and add subtle few masalas, and that's about it, and have it dried. And add it in things that you would like. And second is blueberry tea. Blueberry and certain other berries are very good when it comes to antioxidants. So they work on your skin. They also work on, some of them help you regulate your menstrual cycles and stuff like that. So they are absolutely fine. You can go ahead using the same, continue using the same. And all the very best. Stay around for the healings. And right, I see someone on Lataji's video.
Absolutely. I have my altar.
Awesome.
Hi, good evening. I'm Aarti. I'm
Hi.
Lata's daughter-in-law.
Hi, welcome in.
Hi. I just wanted to ask many of of the questions have been covered, but still I want to know the duration and the timings of the mudras. And should we combine 2 or 3, or should we continue with 1 per day?
So I'm going to include your question with Bubbles' question and show the mudras once again, all of them, and talk about the timing. So this is Surya Mudra. The Linga Mudra is in interlocking your
The right,
fingers, left thumb.
interlocking of the right hand, thumb, and the index finger of the right hand.
Yeah, these are right hand. So these two moving are my right hand. Both of them are coming together and
It's
locking.
around
And
the-
left hand, just hang in there. I'm explaining the whole process. Once again, I'm repeating, I'm interlocking finger, left hand thumb is up, right hand thumb and finger come together and press against the left thumb. This is my Linga Mudra in front of me. Right? Did you get it?
It's this.
Go ahead, go ahead.
And this.
Okay. So what you did is you put your right hand's first finger down. Can you get it up?
Oh.
Up. All right. Yeah. Left hand's thumb will stay up and right hand's thumb and finger will go around, pressing the base of the thumb together.
Mm.
Now your left hand finger is coming in the way. Can you interlock the other way? Your right hand finger comes the topmost. Right hand finger, the topmost.
This is my right hand.
Yeah. Topmost. Yeah. And then, yeah. No. Yeah. Is it perfect now? Awesome.
Okay.
All right. So, and the third that I showed was Vayu Mudra. The first finger goes to thumb's base, thumb pressing against the first finger, and you're going to be placing it. While you can do Vayu Mudra for some more time, like 7 to 10 minutes, if you're doing only a single mudra, like Surya Mudra or like Linga Mudra, each one of them, if you're doing only one, you'll do it for 5 minutes. If you're doing a combination, you can divide the time. Like I'll do Surya Mudra for 3 minutes and Linga Mudra for 2 minutes. And that's how you have made a total of 5 minutes. Right. Now, before I take in more questions, is it all right for me to share more of my presentation right now? Okay. And then we are going to be having a beautiful healing as well. So let's switch back to seeing the presentation. Now here's a request to all of you to go ahead and use today's knowledge to DIY your way and begin the journey of fat reduction. But if you are someone who would wanted this journey like an express journey, like a faster journey, where you release the current fat, where you replenish your body and renew your body using healings, I've got something for all of you today. Let's move to the next. I'm going to share a secret behind making your fat reduction journey quick and easy. So no extensive diet, no extensive exercise, and no sweat at all. Would you like to know that? And I see quick yeses in the group. Right. We'll share the group link once again. And let's move to the next slide where we see one of the fastest and most powerful ways, according to me, to reduce the belly fat is right here, which comes with the power of dragon a fat reduction called the belly fat reduction program, wherein we strike healing energies from all sides to balance your hormones, to balance or reduce your cravings, and also work on fat reduction. So what really happens on this program, how it is conducted, it is a 30-minute Zoom call that happens 5 days a week. In this, you attend and do some light exercises. Apart from that, I will give you, next slide please, I will give you 1-minute exercises that are going to help you work on reducing your fat faster, in which I give you tips on your detox. I give you tips on how you can make this journey even faster. So it works on your aura, it works on your emotions, it works on your chakras, it works on your physical systems. It works at multiple levels to make this journey super fast, like a bullet train. Let's move to the next. And before I take you to that program, I would like you to know that Anamika, when she came to me, she was harrowed. She was teased by some of her friends. She thought she looked older. She was losing out on confidence because her own husband was not paying attention to her. And the only solution she could see is, I want to get back into shape. I want to look fitter again. And I want to do it in the most healthy manner, because so far I've tried machines, I've tried diets, and I've not been able to stick with any one of them. I asked Anamika to be an action taker, to attend the programs. If nothing else, just attend the programs every day. If she can do it in live call, if not, through the replays. And in just 1 month's time, she reduced one size completely and even more. And Anamika is just a name. There are so many women, more than 30, who shared the very same story. So let us learn the secret that helped her reduce fat quickest. Before that, I would like all of you to tell me, if these are the kind of benefits you get out of this program. Let's move to the next slide. What could you put a price to? What could be the price of being energetic? What could be the price for gaining hormonal balance? What could be the price of leading a healthy lifestyle? What could be a price for getting that personal attention day on day for a month? Let's move to the next. And all in return you need to do is just attend 30 minutes call, 20 to 30 minutes call, or take the replays and do 3 to 4 1-minute exercises, and that's it. No extensive diet, no exercises, no sweat work. Let's move to the next. No supplements either. Today, we are offering our fat reduction program, which is priced at rupees 19,999 at only 3,999. And this offer is going to be valid only for 2 days, post which the price will go up to rupees 4,500. So right now, we are going to give a 1-month package at rupees 3,999. And those of you who would want to move in to a 3-month package, the price will be rupees 9,999. Let's move to the next. This will come with bonuses where the first 15 signups will receive a very special call, a very special meditation, which is worth 2,500, which will make this journey even better, reduce certain commands from their body. And you will receive, all of you will receive weekly guidance to speed up this fat reduction, fat loss journey. You will be receiving sheets, you will be receiving videos, and this time this program has evolved a lot more than the last programs that we conducted. So those of you who would want to be an action taker and begin this transformational journey, today this program is coming to you for rupees 3,999 only.
Sorry to interrupt in between. These sessions are only once a week.
No, these are 5 days a week. Now, why don't I take questions and we take away the slides for a while? Okay, so these sessions are 5 days a week, Monday to Friday, morning 8 to 8:30. And those are starting on 20th of Feb. It's a Monday.
Morning 8 to 8:30.
Morning
Morning
8 to
8 to
8:30
8:30.
Indian time. Yes.
And in case we miss on some sessions, then
Okay, so when you happen to miss on those sessions, you will receive replays, right? So you can take either the previous day's replay or that day's replay a little later. The healing energies are given to all, even to people who have taken this program only using the replays have seen benefits. There are people from all kind of countries in different time zones who come in and they are taking this only as a, a project or a workshop. They take as a replay workshop, a replay course, and have seen brilliant benefits. So those days when you're missing, you usually receive your replay the very next day, but you can take a previous day's replay and use it.
I'm having the same question, ma'am. शाम में अगर हो पाता तो बहुत बढ़िया होता.
We are working on a time where it will start in the evening, but the timings are going to be around 6 to 6:30. But right now we have not yet
Completely
hit.
okay with
So
me
if
because
there's anyone here who would like evening timings, can reach out to us, and if we have enough people, we will start the batch sooner than expected, and only then when we confirm you can take it up. Otherwise, right now, the batch through the replays can be taken beautifully well.
okay.
Can be done with the children also?
It can be done with the children, yes. But what age?
12-year-old?
12 is fine. Anyone above 11 is fine.
Okay, so they would also have to hear the replays and do all of that, or just the
Either they
healing?
will have to be present on the call or hear the replays.
Okay.
Yeah. So when you're going through the replays, make sure that time you have on yourself, and it is kind of an uninterrupted time.
Yeah, but for the child, then we need to just sit with them and make them understand, or how does it work?
No, well, everything that they need to know, I will be explaining it to them. The way I
Yeah.
explain, this is how you do this mudra, this is how you do it. The very first step of receiving this kind of guidance, or the very first step anyone that will receive, is a video where it is an orientation video where I've explained everything from A to Z. Once this child or person goes through an orientation, they will be given a form. They will be given a PDF, which is a printable. Week on week, you will be measuring your arms, your waist, your thighs, and other measurements so that you can keep a track of how much you're reducing. Week on week, you will be sharing your progress with me, and I will be ensuring that this is the kind of healing I need to progress with. These are the kind of tips I need to give. So it is a very, very interactive journey. And during the call, if there's anyone who does not understand, if there's anyone who needs assistance, I help them. People who are taking through replays, they also get in touch with me asking, Siddhii, this is what I need help with. They send me voice notes or they send me messages, and I help them very willing. So there's a very small chance for anyone to goof up with this.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Ji.
Till what period would the healing last if we are using the replay? How till what time your
I
energy
would recommend I would recommend taking the replay within 3 days of time and don't delay them further. Awesome. Any other questions?
Would there be a
I'm not able to hear you. Hello? All right. If there are any other questions, feel free to ask me, or we will go straight into receiving healing. Jalpa, I see you now. Do you still have that question you were asking?
I was asking, is it a permanent change what occurs or?
Well, permanent. What is permanent in life,
Nothing is permanent.
right? If you get operated, does the doctor guarantee that this is permanent? No, there's nothing permanent, honestly. So if I have reduced my own weight today, and if I go back to my unhealthy habits, will I gain my weight back? Of course I will. These are the kind of programs that are designed to renew you completely so that now you can start following a healthier lifestyle. It does not mean that you may not later need it. There are people who come in because during the period or season of wedding, you've eaten all kind of stuff. And now you just want to get back to what it was and you can maintain. But yes, maintenance is required during this phase. We work on their cravings during this phase. We work on so many other things. But yes, they need to maintain. And I do give tips. I do give ideas as to how they can maintain. But someone will have to take in that effort.
Mhm. Yeah. I think we can start the healing, ma'am, because I'm getting late.
Oh
If you
my
don't
God.
mind.
Yes, of course. And just one last very small understanding that I want to give away. Those of you who are healers and would want to take one step of learning fat reduction using Dragon Reiki. The method that I use in my healings is actually the Celestial Dragons healing system, but I've seen some of my students get phenomenal results in fat reduction using Dragon Reiki. Today, on that, also, we are giving a 2 days offer price, which will be shared in the group. Usually, the fee for 2 levels of Dragon Reiki is charged at 7,500. Today, for another 2 days, we will be giving it for rupees 3,900. The schedule, everything else, and the details will be given in the group because this was decided last minute. Let us all begin with our healing.
Yes.
Those of you who can be on screen with me, please do that so I can strike a better connect with you. Now, I would also want you all to send in your names and tell me whether this healing needs to be addressing your cravings or your fat or both in the group.
I think
Siddhi, my chat is disabled for some reason. I'm not able to chat in the window.
We are using the Yana's Healing Studio WhatsApp group to be doing the chats. I will send the link.
Okay, I was trying
on
to
Zoom.
get onto that. Maybe I'm having network problem. No, I got the link. I was trying to join, but I think yeah, the network problem. I'll try again.
All right. Thank you so much. Now, today we are going to be having a little small healing session, and this is the kind of trailer of the work that happens on our fat reduction form, and that goes not in detail.
you going there?
Sorry, is someone asking me something? Awesome. I'm muting everyone. And as you guys know, when the healings end, I end the call so that you guys can stay with these energies and enjoy them. But my sincere request to all of you is to please send me your feedback after you receive these healing energies. All right? Please send me your feedback. That helps me improvise on these calls that you receive every 15 to 20 days from our end. Right? And from me and my entire team that is sitting by me, we thank you so very much for finding this time, being here with me. The entire team goes through quite a bit to arrange everything for you, to answer your queries and put you all and segregate you in right groups. So all of us together, thank you so very much for being here. And let us start with this healing. Please drink some water if you've not had. If during the healing, after the healing, and for another 24 hours, if you think your throat is drying, please drink more water. If you feel a lot of heat, please drink more water. If you need any kind of help, I will be on the group to answer fat reduction related questions. If there's any other questions for which you need answers, I will be available on Yana's Healing Studios WhatsApp group. And let's take it away. Please place your palms in receiving position. Keep your back, your neck straight and aligned. Start relaxing yourself completely. Close your eyes, keep your back, your neck straight and aligned. Start relaxing yourself completely. Relax your toes, your feet, your ankles. Relax your calves, your knees, your thighs. Relax your hip joints. Relax your entire spine. Relax your lower abdomen, upper abdomen, chest and shoulders. Relax your upper arms, your lower arms, your palms. Relax your face, your neck, your eyes, your eyebrows. Relax completely. As you do it in your mind, in your heart, you affirm saying that I'm ready to receive all the fat reduction and craving reduction healing sent to me by Siddhii right now. With this, start taking deeper breaths. Connect with your body. And voice it out to your own self, saying, I'm ready to reduce weight. I'm ready to reduce fat. And I'm ready to eliminate all my resistance and blocks to the journey of fat reduction. Visualize yourself in a shape and size you desire for yourself. As warm, beautiful dragon energies start flowing all over you, inside of you. And as they are flowing in, they're moving into each and every system of your body as you visualize yourself in the ideal shape that you wish to achieve. Visualize your skin. Visualize your waist, your belly, your thighs. As how you would want them to be. And as this light flows through you, rushing into each and every cell, tissue, and particle of your body, starts eliminating all that is unnecessary. Let it remove the reasons behind storing fat inside you. Let it remove the need for emotional eating right now. Let it remove that void. Let it remove the dependence on food to be happy. And let it generate those happy hormones inside of your brain. Start taking deeper breaths. Let this energy open up your spiritual channels and flow through it. Let it flow through your arms to eliminate extra fat. Let it flow through your thighs, through your waist, through your belly, through your hips. It's right now from mind, space, and body of yours. The need for emotional eating is getting removed. Is removed right now from your mind, from your body. The water retention is balanced so that all that is stored inside can be removed. So that you start consuming the right amount. And you start eliminating what is unnecessary right away. Observe your breaths reaching your lower abdomen, the very center of it. As the fat around that area starts burning and your muscles start building up. Let this energy nurture your bones and build up your muscles. Let it remove and eliminate every emotion that is stopping you from entering this journey. So you now take very quick and deep 5 breaths and release through. Very quick and deep 5 breaths and release through your mouth. As your full attention is on your navel. Keep your back, your neck straight and level. And you now take very slow and 5 deep breaths as you observe your lower abdomen. When you're done with your breathing, you'll slowly stretch your neck, leg from side to side. Stretch your arms out. Look away and stretch both the sides. Loosen up your shoulders. Stretch your arms up and stretch your sides. And whenever you'll get up, stretch your back and your legs. That's about it. Once again, I, Siddhii, on behalf of Yana's Healing Studio, thank all of you so very much as we all come together. Thank the Celestial Dragons healing energies and other healing energies that helped us receive beautiful, beautiful healing energies right now. As we thank our guides, our gurus, our masters, our angels, our guardians for being with us. All the higher beings for being with us right now. As we thank the universe and the moment. And I take your leave. I thank all of you very, very much. Just as a last reminder, the offers are going to be staying with you only 2 days, post which the prices. I wish you all the very best to walk this beautiful path. Keep sharing your stories. Keep sharing your journey with me as you try these things out. And request all of you to keep in touch. Once again, thank you so much.